What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So guys, today we are doing a quick review on the Tula. So first of all, you can get it on Warstock. The base price of this aircraft is 5.1 million. The trade price is 3.9, and this week and also next week with the discount you can get it for 2.7. The trade price, by the way, you can get it by completing 21 steal or source missions for the hangar business. So you save a lot of money, so definitely worth it if you ask me. For the customization, first of all, of course, you need the hangar, and then you also need the workshop. The things that you can customize, very basic, I think. You have the armor, the handling, the engine tunes. You have some cool liveries. You also have the countermeasures. For the countermeasures, I have to mention, though, only the co-pilot can use these. So the normal pilot, if you're solo, you cannot use the countermeasures. So if you will use this plane a lot solo, maybe don't even bother getting it. Then there is also something called JATO. It's 200k under the thrust option. It stands for Jet Assisted Takeoff. It's basically a boost when you take off. I know it's kind of expensive, but I do recommend that you guys get this. For the weapons, you have the bombs. So the four options that you always have: explosive, incendiary, gas, and cluster. I would either recommend explosive or cluster, depending on how much you want to spend. But the difference, in my opinion, it's not even that big, so it doesn't matter that much. For the primary weapon, so that's the weapon on the back that the co-pilot can use, you have the single 50 cal turret, the dual 50 cal turret, and a minigun. The difference between the dual and the minigun is also not that big, so depending on which you like more, maybe you can just get what you want. I think the minigun just deals a little bit of more damage. So if you can't choose, maybe just go for the minigun. Then just some general information about the Tula. So the handling, I would say pretty standard, nothing too special. It has a max speed of 150 miles per hour. Just to compare it with other aircrafts, for example, the Laser has a max speed of 195, and I think for the Hydra it's 210. So it's not really fast, but to be honest, it's also not a very slow plane. Then one thing that the Tula, of course, has that not a lot of planes have is the Vital mode. So if you press right on D-pad on PlayStation and on Xbox, you will switch to Vital mode, and this will help you a lot if you, for example, try to move through narrow spaces, or if you're trying to make precise movements. It's something very useful. Now for the JATO, the Jet Assisted Takeoff, you can use it by pressing L3 on PlayStation. So that's the same button that you would use for your landing gear, or for example for your horn if you're in a car. The JATO, so the boost, you can only use it when you're on the ground, and also you cannot use it when you're in the Vital mode. So for example over here I was trying to use it and it just activates the landing gear. Also, if you already are off the ground but you didn't use the boost, you cannot use it. So only when you are on the ground it will be available. The weapons for the Tula then, so first of all we have the bombs. The most important one, I would say, you have to open the bomb bay doors by holding right on D-pad. So when you switch to Vital mode, you just have to press right on D-pad, but when you want to open the bomb bay doors, you have to hold the button. Then if you want to drop bombs on PlayStation, it's just X. That's normally the button that you also use to fire in a aircraft. And if you want to drop multiple bombs, you just have to hold X. You will drop 5 bombs max at a time, and the capacity of bombs is 50. So after you use all 50 bombs, you basically just have to recall your vehicle. Over here you guys can see that when you are in the Vital mode, it's very easy to hit ground targets with the bombs. So that's definitely an advantage that the Tula has, which a lot of other aircrafts don't have. Then on the front of the Tula you also have machine guns, which the pilot can use. This is a stock option, but to be honest, it's not really something that I use. It's not explosive rounds or anything like that. The damage is not that great, and it's also very hard to hit your target with it. For the co-pilot, we have the weapon on the back. It's a pretty decent weapon, so it doesn't really matter if you pick the minigun or the dual 50 cal turret. The damage is pretty decent, but of course the disadvantage is that you need a second person. If you ever played the hangar source mission with the Tula, you will also know that the Tula can land on water. Be careful though, it only lands on water, so you actually have to perform a good landing, just like you would do on land, because if you just dive in the water, you will immediately destroy the engines. The last thing, which is also important, is the armor. So I tested it over here with my homing launcher. After the second missile, I noticed that the engines were already burning, and then after the third one, it's destroyed. So it can probably take 2, and then after a while, it will just break down. So guys, that's basically it. Hope it was kind of helpful. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said in the beginning, the discount is for 2 weeks. So definitely, if you're thinking about getting the Tula, it's the perfect opportunity. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the Discord in the description, and peace out, you guys.